got some wonderful troops behind him. The number 1, Greg Inglis.
The previous year, we had started really stamping our authority on the NRL again. So a lot of teams were aiming up against us. We weren't the Rabbitohs of the old, so to speak.
Oh! Enormous clash of bodies here, and Greg Inglis is on the receiving end. The penalty goes to Manly. Into the backfield, supported by Jerry Evans. He's knocked on.
Errors continue to plague the Bunnies.
Johnny Sutton again going to the sideline. Move to the forward.
Johnson, the proud Rabbitoh himself, the local junior who has waited so long for this moment.
That's history. Tio is over. He's gone through the air like Superman. Unstoppable.
It's a fantastic story for many people.
Let's do this. Bryson Goodwin is going to kick us off under Shane Hayne. Crowd not too bad. And from right to left, the Rabbits, big winners last weekend. Equal premiership favourites as a result of it. They kick off and they go up towards the northern end of the ground. Oh, good shot. Now, and here comes another one, is it? No. That's brilliant defence by South.
After the Roosters game, we're pretty up for that game.
Scored, Sam Burgess! Big Samuel Burgess has scored. Here's Horro losing the ball. It'll be a knock-on, loose carry. South will get the ball. Now there, got the high fives going.
Jason!
Big Sammy was a character. You know, he was an easy get. And that was part of what you've got to be able to handle, because you want Sam to express himself in that space, because it's a big part of what the team's about, but you just can't tip over.
Oh, Luke Burgess has caught one.
Sam Burgess, he's calling on Jason. He's calling on Jason King now.
It's coming to the boil.
It's a 6-point ball game, and away goes Burer into the backfield, supported by Jerry Evans and the Manly number 7. South. Oh, Reynolds. Fingertips on the ball, knock on, and that should be enough. That should see a winner, and the winner is the boys from Brookvale.
You know, probably didn't turn up with the right attitude to play those games as well. We'd probably assume that we'd just turn up and win those games, whether we'd like that or not. That was probably the truth behind it.
Brooks just goes away to Thompson. Simona puts it over the line. Burgess has got buckled back, and they come in, and there's a melee here at the moment. No punches that I can see.
Yeah, I think that was more just Sammy not being able to control his anger. He just saw his little brothers getting beat up on, he couldn't control himself.
Sometimes you'd have to grab him and look him straight in the eyes to try and get through to him at whatever stage it was. And sometimes you just feel him just come out of that sort of red zone.
Once he got his red head on and he started getting aggressive and losing it, we were all in trouble.
Up in your face stuff, aggressive stuff, nickname. And then they kept it coming because they could see it was working. It was frustrating, South Sydney.
I don't think it was just the Burgess boys. I think it was they were baiting everyone, because you know they were coming for us.
And he loses the ball. Touching with a shoulder, Isaac.
He's hurt himself, mate. His arm, his elbow hit the ground awkwardly.
Yeah, dislocated my shoulder. I went to get braced to hit the ground, and it hit the ground, and I had them on my back, the players on, and they actually went out the back.
Yeah, well, that's injury to insult here for the Rabbitohs. That doesn't look good for Isaac Luke. Have some scans. Maybe straight back into the rehab group.
Isaac injured himself. Major just sort of straight up pulled me into the office, and he was like, look, I'm not going to try and hide it. Like, you're just going to play first grade this week. I just remember, like, my hand sort of shaking. But it was pretty cool. Like, the only time I ever got taken into his office was to get sprayed. So this was a nice change to actually get some good news.
We had a few hiccups and bumps in those first few games, and even teams that have really good seasons will have a dip.
That Canberra game, yeah, we got dished.
A long ball to an unmarked Reece Robinson, who crosses in the corner. Robinson gets an early double. It's flat for Taus. He put his head down, he worked hard, and he has scored.
I think that sort of caught me off guard, just how powerful and big these guys were compared to like some of the other guys I've been playing.
And at half time, it was probably the first time since being at the club, we actually got booed off. I mean, what the hell's going on here?
South Sydney trailing 22-0, belted.
The way they played, it was well off where we should have been.
Under pressure, jumps and catches safely. He was looking to set up Grant Inglis. Let him dummy half as dreadful, but at least it went backwards. That one did. Knock on by South Sydney for Jack Whiten from one end of the field to the other. But there's a lot of construction required from here. The Raiders 30 beat South Sydney 18.
I see Madge just as I'm about to go in the shower. He goes, mate, where do you think you went today? So,
The ball out of dummy half is dreadful, but at least it went backwards. That one did. That's a knock on.
That's a nice little passage of play.
and then he goes, mate, you're not going to be playing next week. Mate, you haven't even reviewed the game. Well, at least give me a 24 hours reprieve. It took it to the ego, because I'd never really been told that before.
Madge always made it pretty clear that if you weren't playing good enough, someone will take your spot, and he's not afraid to sort of make those decisions, which was good seeing as a young lad, because he never gave anyone special treatment.
The scariest part was the review. They'd turn the projector on and it would all be up there.
Just have names, alphabetical order. If you let in a try or errors and everything, you just did not want your name to be on that list.
And then they'd just start going through all the clips, showing all the things that we did wrong and all the improvement areas, as we call them.
Really interesting, we watched the footage. We saw how the players didn't get around each other after they made an error.
You know, something happened and they scored a try, and the big personality in Lottie, who was, you know, brought life to a lot of things in and around the team, no one went to him, and we thought that was really strange. So,
but it was showing that it was not a structural or a tactical thing, it was a attitudinal thing.
We couldn't see it until he pointed it out. Yeah, I was doing it myself in that Canberra game. We just had heads down and no one was really getting around each other. We just had to, you know, grow as a group and just be tight.
Yeah, it's a really easy fix, this one, because if we start supporting each other like we know we can, well, things are going to turn really fast.
Yeah, obviously the boys have lost a couple in a row. How's the confidence at training? Is it still there? Do you still believe that you can win every game and go on and do something this year?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the confidence is still there. We have a good squad, a good coach who's you know, leading us at training, and hopefully we can show it on the weekend. It hasn't been pretty, but we're looking to turn around this week.
Well, what will it mean to you when you pull the jersey on Saturday night, knowing nobody has done it in the red and green more times than you?
It's a proud moment for one of the local juniors. He's football at Kensington, and also Coogee coming through, and there is the great Bob McCarthy wishing him well as he hits the field here tonight at the S.
Those milestones ones you want to be there for, be a part of it, because it's a part of their history as well. So when it came around to Saturday's time, I couldn't be more happier to be at one club, South Sydney Junior, who just bled red and green.
You know, he's always been a terrific player, and you know, we've become really good close mates over the years, and
reaching career highs, particularly of this stature, I think it's pretty amazing. You know, particularly at a club that's got so much history. They're important parts of people's lives, and the memories of those you have for the rest of your life. So I think you've got to recognise those things, because they're individual achievements amongst the team, and all those little achievements help you develop who you are.
I think it's a awesome achievement for him. He's definitely someone grown up in the area, and you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve every week, so for him to break that record, mate, it's pretty special, and it's an honour playing alongside him.
A highlight of sort of my career, following Sutto and seeing the legacy that he was leading there at South, and didn't want to let Sutto down, and he wanted to just make that game pretty special for him.
They prepared for what feels like a must-win game, even so early in the season. A Bryson Goodwin standing by to get us underway. We're back.
They were a different team.
The first man reaching across. Now they've got a try. And it's Luke Burgess. Tapped back by Reddy. Was backwards. Clark picks it up. Now it's Sam Burgess. Sutton for Inglis. Gets away from Dugan. There's a South Sydney special. A Goanna celebration from GI as well. And South Sydney have their second win of the 2014 season.
Things can change pretty quickly in rugby league. You can get back on track pretty quickly with one good win. So
that was the awareness that the group had of themselves, of how they could change.
You know, to be a part tonight with John Sutton breaking the record, you know, he's a special man.
great friend, and really proud of him. The way we've come through for him tonight as a team.
Go! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rusty. Happy birthday to you. You are the golden one. Give my money.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how I keep from going under.
It was a time you had in the dressing rooms and the different fun you had and the different characters you met and the laughs that you had.
What's your favourite Super League team?
Leeds Rhinos, bro.
The Rhinos.
Leeds Rhinos.
What about you guys?
The Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls.
Whoever's paying me the most money.
A lot of them blokes today, you can see them anywhere and talk about how good is it when this happened or when that happened and have a laugh and think about the good times.
That's where pretty much where all the trust and all that's built in there, right, is in the locker rooms. It's where you do the most talking and most connecting. I think Mero was next to me, or was it AJ? Might have been Mero.
Goes for a kick across field, a little bit of daring from South Sydney. Merritt will try a second kick. There he gets the bells. Nathan Merritt, South Sydney.
The South Junior, come through the system of South Sydney for the Harold Matthews, SG Ball. Got a chance to play first grade back in 2002.
Switch in play, no it's not. Sheehan makes me out to be a liar. He gives it to Nathan Merritt, he scores on debut. This wonder boy from Redfern gets South Sydney back in the hunt at Ericsson.
I grew up idolising Nathan Merritt and grew up in the same area, so Dad always had stories about his old boy, and Nathan featured in a lot of those stories.
In 2006 we won 3 games all year and Nathan finished top try scorer.
And didn't win the Dally M Ring of the Year, they gave it to Brian Carney from Newcastle. Now Brian Carney and I are best mates, and him I laugh about it all the time over a beer, and he says it himself, it was a joke. Nathan Merritt should have won it that year. I don't know why he didn't win it, but he was the best winger by a mile in the competition that year, in a side that won very few games.
He could just find a way to make things out of nothing and find the line and score tries. And he did it when we were struggling, he did it when we were successful as well. There was some people that were born to play football, and like Nathan was one of the best.
He's one of my favourite players to play with, and just a gifted, natural football player that where to turn up when the ball was, getting offload, he would just, fly into it. He was a champion player.
Nathan Merritt tonight continues on his journey to become the highest try scorer for South ever.
Remember LA saying to me, he'll get the record tonight for tries scored for South, so make sure you grab the footy that he scores it with and get it back to me.
As Goodwin kicks off the start of round 6. Merritt goes up and does well, then gets the ball away quickly to Inglis. That was a wonderful take by Nathan Merritt. It was a bit groggy.
Rough night that one out Penrith, getting bashed up, and as it always is when we go out there and travel. And then
Played that ball, George Burgess takes it up towards halfway. It's a penalty. Blocked on by Ava.
Yeah, and a great shot here by Adam Docker.
Moylan comes in, it's gone to Farray, and Farray has taken.
I'm very big on communication and work inside the tackle. The third man in, if it was a 3-man tackle, what was his role? When did he go back? Who's talking to him? 2 people trying to hit together so that they couldn't stick their nose through and get a quick play of the ball. Then if you get a little bit wider, our halves with our rush defence, our halves were up hard, they were up straight butt, and that brought the line up and took time away from the opposition. So just everyone doing their role, playing their role inside the team. If we do that, you've got a pretty good defensive performance coming.
Right foot step, and then Burgess. Lattimore again. Seguiaro goes for a barge over try. Soward kicks, and it's been battered dead by Reynolds.
I don't know, I was pretty happy that game. I don't know, we were defending really well, and I was just like in a happy mood. I remember just like every time we got to drop out of something, it was like, yeah, sweet, like we'll just deal with it.
Young Adam Reynolds has kicked the line drop out on the full.
So we had this thing where if teams decide to go for the 2 points, someone will shout, oh yeah, we've cracked them. I think Soto started yelling that out, and we were like, yeah, we all just followed. So we're like, yeah, they've cracked, and they can't crack us.
I think Penrith were a bit shocked because they turned to us. We're all high-fiving each other, smiling, and we're all excited. Deep down for us, we knew how strong we were as a team.
Run around, he gives it out to Sutton, now to Inglis, now to Alvar, and he goes close. Oh, did he have a second go? Decision is a try to the youngster on debut, Kirisamava.
During the week, I had a lot of help from Greggy and then Sato playing on his side. So they were in my ear throughout the week, just play the game the way you play it and we'll be there to help you out. So they were a really big help for me in that first game, making my debut against Penrith.
12 metres out from the Penrith line. And here is Teo.
There's nothing doing, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to throw it.
The ball's gone away to Merritt. Merritt's got it. There it is. That's history. For Nathan Merritt, he becomes the highest try scorer for South Sydney.
It was a great personal achievement for me, and it was a great memory to look back on, and something that I could be proud of.
And congratulations to Nathan Merritt. It's 12-2 now, the Rabbitohs.
My parents were at Penrith Park, and just remember walking back and seeing him in the grandstands and just having a little moment like that. It was a special time for me, and it's something that I'll always remember.
Josh Mansell couldn't sit down. Just about do us.
Perfect timing, Peter. Perfect timing.
It was special, and it was special for everybody, and more importantly for him and Redfern and the Indigenous community.
Obviously, Merritt getting the record that night was, extra special. He deserved it.
Yeah, congratulations, Nathan, on behalf of all footy fans, mate. How did it feel crossing the line?
Mate, it took a long while. It was like a good 2 months in the competition, so it's finally good to crack the hurdle.
Were you getting nervous?
I just forgot how to score tries.
Congratulations, mate. Outstanding effort.
All right, thanks, Freddie.
Good on you, mate.
It was one of them games where it was a tough win, and I think everyone was just happy to have a shower and get dressed and move on to the next. Halfway through the year, start getting them thoughts and the feeling inside yourself that, I'm willing to do this another year.
Father Time is undefeated against everybody.
It was obviously a tough decision to make because I had one hell of a great winger in Mero, but AJ was just flying.
You're in a trance.
And he's still going, this mighty fullback.
I claim a part in that try because I escorted someone on the way through.
He can't be denied this one.
I like to go roaming, as you said before, and with Kirisomi on the other edge, he just so happens to turn up every time that I'm roaming around that edge, so.
This is where we train, boys.
Now Towns into centre field and through they go. Matangi has exploded through.
Troy Thompson come running. He goes, what happened? I go, no, I think I broke my thumb. It started to sag and it wasn't well. And then he's like, mate, there's no one on the bench that can cover the fullback. I was like, oh, look, I'll tough it out, see how far I can go.
Yo, South Sydney, what's up? It's the big boss dog, Snoop D-O-double-G. Sending a shout out to my main man, number 2, the freak, Nate Dogg. That's right, y'all. Nate Dizzle, my nizzle for shizzle. Keep scoring them goals, man. They can't catch you, freak. You off the hook, man. I love the way you do what you do, man. Don't get too close, because you might get shot. Big Snoop Dogg, South Sydney, what's up? What up, Russell Crowe? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nate Dogg, you the freak, man. The freak is on the loose, and you can't catch him. The most points in the league. How about that? You doing what I do. Keep scoring them points. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg. I'm at